Africa. So the first name is Kemet or Kemet. So now that's the previous name. It was Egypt. It's Egypt now. You know what I mean? So the previous name was Kemet. So now where I got the Maroon from, because my grandmother's a part of the Maroon tribe. So these are the individuals that were, they were on these boats, individuals being taken to, to Jamaica, these different, the Caribbean, and they ran. They weren't going to be slaves. They fought, they revolted, ran towards the hills and valleys. Now this is my grandmother. My grandmother raised me, so my father is from here. So my grandfather is from Fredericksburg. Last name is Frederick. You know what I mean? So I just was able to, I got different kind of blood in my body, and I just know myself, I know my family. So I realized to understand myself, I have to understand everybody else. So the more I get to know myself, the more I'm able to know everybody else. But my background, the education, I went to places, Mark Twain. I used to go to Faith Church over there, Woodland Street, when I was real young, private school over there, Hartford and back of Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Fox Middle over there in that area. I went on to Mark Twain. I moved on to Weaver High School. I was a little knucklehead. I was a follower. I wasn't who I was supposed to be. Then, I have no regrets. I was just a follower, trying to be down. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. We all go through that.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually, I got my GED, Locust Street in Hartford. And then I ended up getting myself in Capital Community College. You know what I mean? Through one of these little programs over there off of Main Street. I was in a Strive program, you know what I'm saying? Just always busy trying to get into something, you know what I mean? Be positive. So I ended up just, getting the Capital. And from there, I got to take my career to, moving on to, I would say, the bachelor's now, Got to the associates, we're going to get the bachelor's. I definitely got to get that master's and a doctorate. But right now, just sitting on a bachelor's, entrepreneurship, business.
So what are your general professional and non-professional interests?
I mean, I got hobbies, you know what I mean? Make jewelry, you know what I mean? Write poetry. I do numerous things. I'm very communal. I like to be, with my people's doing something. I crochet, you know what I mean? But we just, we cool out, sit in groups and read, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I respect it. So, Kels, can you tell me what does fashion mean to you?
Fashion is me. I'm fashion. You know what I mean? Not caring, being comfortable with whatever you present to the table. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Today,
sir.
doing a little punk ass trench coat. You feel me? With the crib over accessorized. That's me. I'm Mr. Extra. When I move, I want you to hear me move. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like
sir.
My ancestors. But with the fashiin, just, present yourself in a way where, people can look and be like, ooh, like that. That's just, woo. You look at this person and be like, well, fashion is like every day you see me, I look different. But you be like, well, how you brought this swag off? I want to be that person that's wearing something that nobody's going to put on.
Okay.
I'm that person right there. I want to throw on something I know nobody's going to put on.
Yes.
That's fashion me, and I'm going to be comfortable with it because it's me.
Okay. So I understand that you create jewelry and stuff. So when did you realize you wanted to become a fashion designer?
I realized that once people just kept telling me I was good at it. You know what I mean? These are things that you won't be told in school. You can go to school and definitely get an education, but you don't get to hone in on your skills. School is a tool that you're supposed to use so you can be able to maintain the skills that you have. Whether it comes to finances, whether you're taking accounting classes. I'm just able to take things and take it from theory and put it to logic, put them together. I realized when people like, yo, I like this, I like that, the jewels I'm having, they buying the jewelry off of me while I got it on. I'm like, you know what, I need to really get into this and take it more serious. And once I just started traveling, like New York, Cali, different people bring back jewelry from Bermuda, St. Lucia, Jamaica for me, and I just start making different rings and just, it's in my blood. My grandma used to crochet. I know how to crochet. My mom taught me to crochet. Sitting down with them, honing in on those skills, I realized that, this is something that I could benefit from because I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to be self-efficient, self-reliant. I want to make these jewels and make people be happy and sell them at a reasonable price where they can always come back and get it.
Okay, so how does designing jewelry differ from designing clothes?
Designing clothes, of course, clothes is one part of fashion. The jewelry is accessory. It gives a pop to it. You might have something green on. I might make some jewelry with some gold in it. Throw a little bit of that green on there. That just makes it blend together and takes it off top. We look at our different ancestors. You know, in Egypt, always got the crowns on, crazy big rings, big medallions. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's just in us. You feel me? So we kings and queens, we carry ourselves like that also.
How long does it usually take you to construct a piece?
Different hours, determining what kind of material I'm using, what I'm trying to get. I may just go buy 1,000 of the same piece, pop them all down, and make it with my own swag, my own, you know, pieces. Because a lot of the, you know, like the strings that I would use, you know, some of them take up to 30 pounds. If I triple them up, it could be like 90 pounds. I'm pretty sure nobody, you know, you won't let nobody put like 90 pounds on your neck. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
But I make my jewels and I wear them because I want to make sure that they're accessible. You know what I mean? And they're not just going to break. You know what I mean? So that's what it is right there.
Okay, so what are some of your accomplishments as a jewelry designer?
Accomplishments, just recently I was just in a fashion show. Shouts out to Flex, you know, the soccer team on Capital Community College. They had a fashion show, Priceless Petals on the runway. He called me. I was able to be there, you know, not just as a model, but as somebody to bring some accessories, you know, to the table. That was a big accomplishment for me because individuals are able to see that, you know, for years people be like, oh, you're just making jewelry for yourself. You ain't selling that because probably I wasn't on time getting them day piece or I didn't have enough pieces. And, you know, being an entrepreneur, working for yourself, you have to make sure that you grow and, you know, be very business savvy and professional. You know what I mean? If somebody want a piece on time, get it to them. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot, you know, if you want to work for yourself because nobody's here to help you unless you can recruit or have people. What I say is you have to be in business where individuals are willing to help you.